Sports rivalries are probably the most exciting thing about sports. You have the New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox who have despised each other for over a century. You have the Boston Celtics and L.A. Lakers who were in each other's way of supremacy for decades. But some of these classic rivalries are getting old and out of date. But on the other hand, there are some rivalries that are just getting started. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into 10 sports rivalries that are just beginning. And a big shout out to Matt Lusk for suggesting this video to us. Please leave your request in the comments section. You never know, we might use it. Number 10, Green Bay Packers and Arizona Cardinals. There really aren't that many rivalries in the NFL that consist of teams who play in separate divisions, but the Packers and the Cardinals are on the verge of something special. And this isn't just because of Arizona's thrilling victory over Green Bay in the 2015 NFC Divisional Round. These are two NFC heavyweights that are built to contend for championships in the long run. Even when Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald retire, Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, John Brown, Michael Floyd, and David Johnson will match Aaron Rodgers, Eddie Lacy, Jordy Nelson, and Clay Matthews. Don't be shocked if we see the Packers and Cardinals battle it out several more times in the playoffs over the next decade or so. That should create quite the heated rivalry. Number 9, Arsenal and Manchester City. Arsenal has had a rivalry with the other big three EPL squads of the 2000s, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United. But now that Manchester City is always their biggest threat for the EPL title, another rivalry is beginning. Alexis Sanchez and Theo Walcott figure to carry Arsenal for years to come. Man City will have Sergio Aguero and Raheem Sterling to carry them. We feel like these two could be the top squads in the Premier League for a while. This rivalry will only grow more intense down the stretch. Number 8, Washington Capitals and New York Islanders. With the Capitals built to contend for the Stanley Cup for at least 3 more years, most of their Metropolitan Division rivals are seeing their championship windows close. The Islanders are not one of them. John Tavares is challenging Alex Ovechkin for the scoring title every year. Brock Nelson, Anders Lee, Nick Leddy, Ryan Strome, and Johnny Boychuk provide a strong supporting cast for the Isles, while Nicholas Backstrom and Matt Niskanen give Ovi some superstars to lean on. It's the seasoned veterans and the new kids on the block. If their 2015 playoff matchup was an indication of anything, these two teams are only getting started. Number 7, Los Angeles Dodgers and Washington Nationals. Prior to their meeting in the 2016 NLDS, the writing was on the wall for these two squads to be at each other's necks for years to come. Each team features one of the National League's top pitchers, Clayton Kershaw on LA and Max Scherzer on Washington. The Nationals are carried by 24-year-old slugger Bryce Harper. The Dodgers' offense is carried by 24-year-old slugger Corey Seager. These two perennial playoff teams will probably meet in a number of postseason series, so brace yourselves and enjoy it while it lasts. Number 6, Toronto Raptors and Cleveland Cavaliers. Two of the Eastern Conference's top teams over the last 2 seasons put up one heck of a showdown in last year's playoffs, with LeBron James's Cavs ousting We the North in 6 games. The Raptors were the only team in the East that gave Cleveland much of a fight in 2015-2016. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan have performed quite a show against LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. We should expect them to face off in the East Finals once or twice more with their respective cores. If Toronto keeps pushing Cleveland, they could entice other big players to join them in dethroning the king once and for all. Number 5, Oklahoma City Thunder and Golden State Warriors. We'll go ahead and explain, though you probably already know where we're going with this. The Warriors came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat the Thunder in the 2016 Western Conference Finals. That essentially ended the Kevin Durant era in OKC. He backstabbed his team by joining the Warriors and forming a super team. Although my personal, non-scripted opinion is, it's just business. Number 4, Jose Altuve and Mike Trout. Mike Trout, the LA Angels slugger, is the best player in baseball. 168 career home runs and a .306 batting average through his first 6 seasons. Oh, and he was born in 1991. The kid is going to be this generation's Babe Ruth / Hank Aaron, however you want to put it. But if there's someone who's going to threaten Trout's rise to legendary status, it's the Houston Astros second baseman, Jose Altuve. Altuve, who's a year older, hit a ridiculous .338 in 2016. He and Trout have so much talent with the bats, and their respective teams are building around these guys. It helps that Houston and LA play in the same division. If their teams get better, this will be one heck of a rivalry. Number 3, Jack Eichel and Auston Matthews. Matthews missed eligibility for the 2015 NHL draft by just a few days. As a result, he wasn't eligible until 2016. Eichel will be the franchise icon for the Buffalo Sabres. Matthews is headlining the Toronto Maple Leafs rebuilding plans, which they hope will lead to contention. Toronto and Buffalo have been longtime rivals, and they play in the Atlantic Division together. These two cities are separated by less than 60 miles, so you have the two Americans who will soon dominate the NHL for years to come, playing in the same division. Yep, they'll skate up a rivalry for the ages soon. Number 2, Seattle Seahawks and Carolina Panthers. Two stout defenses, two teams who made the playoffs in 2013, 2014, and 2015. They met in the playoffs twice, with each side taking one. Each team has won an NFC championship dating back to 2013. And oh yeah, Russell Wilson and Cam Newton are two of the most electrifying NFL players with their slick arms and epic running ability. The Seahawks and Panthers are loaded with talent on both sides, and most of their core players haven't turned 30 yet. Does anybody smell an epic rivalry coming if it hasn't started yet? And number 1, Golden State Warriors versus everybody. They ran away with the NBA championship in 2015. They set a record in 2016 with 73 wins and nearly pulled off their second straight title. Everyone admired the Dubs' success and the fact that they built their team with homegrown talent, not by spending freely. But that all changed when they convinced Kevin Durant to join the dark side by abandoning his OKC squad. Now that they've formed a super team, everyone will be cheering for the Warriors to fail, except the Warriors fans themselves. Which rivalry do you think is just beginning? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.